Hey guys, welcome back to another video over on the Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the Tiger. So let's see what is going on with you guys this week. We're just going to give these a quick shuffle up, mix them around a little bit, and then we're going to draw three and see what that forecast is. If you're new to the channel, basically what we're going to do is compare the compatibilities between you and the sign that you are, which is the Tiger, and the cards that we draw. On each of these cards is a Chinese zodiac animal, and they're either in the white or the black, the negative and positive. But we'll get to that in a second. Let's stop there and take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? We've got a white, black, black. Okay, so we're starting off in that positive, moving on into these negatives. But as I always say, white isn't always all right and black isn't always an attack. It's about what's on the other side. Okay, so that white isn't all right because the monkey is actually the conflict line or the conflict to the Tiger. If you want to know more about the conflict lines, hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing videos about that in the future. However, Tiger, monkey, not a great compatibility, and they tend to have a kind of challenge each other go-to thing. It's like a natural conflict where they have to compete. There's competition here, but potentially there's a healthy competition here. It's keeping you on your toes. It's keeping you moving forward. It's making you aspire to things. It's making you overcome things because you want to be persistent, you want to be determined. It's a doer card, so you got things you want to do, things to get done, things that you're moving forward to, things that you are trying your hardest to basically start moving the wheels in motion. A lot of hard work, but there's also a lot of self-careness here, or selfishness here, where you need to look out for yourself as well. You need to look out for you. You have to look out for you, otherwise you're going to end up doing too much for everybody else and not enough for yourself. Because the stuff you do is noticed, the stuff you do is recognized and appreciated. You're respected and admired for it. But if you're not doing the stuff for you and you're doing it for all of these other people, you are going to find yourself feeling unappreciated no matter how grateful other people are. Right now, I think you're in a place where you want to be productive, you want to be progressive, you want to see growth, you want to see things happen, but you know that there's a long way before that starts happening. And as you come to this realization, we're going to phase over into these blacks here as we move into this time of the ox. Now, the Tiger and the ox, as much as the ox is as stubborn and as almost persistently dedicated to the rules and strict routine, there isn't a great compatibility with the Tiger, who is also kind of a disciplinarian and very kind of I want to say in some ways the master of his own life, the master of your own life. You set your own path, you set your own way, and that ox coming in and telling you what to do definitely isn't something that you want, something that you don't need right now. But it is a thinking card, it is a thinker, it comes from that thinker affinity. And if you want to know more about the affinity triangle of the thinkers, hit that subscribe button. We will be doing videos on that in the future. But the ox is going to have a sort of impact to you, I think, this week. And right now you're going to see a time of clashes and rivalry and conflict, but you need to be patient to persevere. This is almost like setting off the bull in the china shop. This is the bull chasing the red. This is the you messed with the wrong tiger, because now you're going to get the horns. I can see you getting tempered and aggressive because you're a very powerful personality already, and you're not going to admit defeat. You're not going to take defeat, and this is something you're not going to take laying down. Somebody's offended you, somebody's upset you, somebody's wronged you, somebody's done something, and now they've got to pay. Now they've got to pay for it. There is a conflict here, and it is outstanding, and it's overdue. Right now, strong tempers, and I think a lot of consideration towards, is the next thing going to bring consequences or not? Because I feel that there is going to be consequences if you are to be unleashed and do something that potentially you may regret in the future. That's why that ox is there, to tell you to stop and think about yourself here, because you need to weigh up the odds. Is it worth it? Is it worth getting into trouble over? Is it worth kicking off over? Is it worth making everything worse over? Is it worth, putting things in jeopardy? You need to consider that. The ox can be a powerful ally, but I feel it's too stern for you. It's too restrictive. And I think right now you need the freedom to kind of just do what you need to do to put yourself back in a place where you're feeling comfortable again, feeling happier, feeling a little bit more like you. Because recently, as we can see with this change of perspective here, you're not necessarily feeling quite like yourself. But all is not lost, because we got this pig here as an example of black not always being an attack, because the pig and the tiger go together incredibly well. They are on the same soulmate line. If you want to know more about that, hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be doing more videos on this in the future. But the boar and the tiger go together very, very well. And the pig there is coming in to tell you to rest, to calm down, relax. It's a catalyst card. If you want to know more about the catalyst cards, then hit the subscribe button, because we'll be doing videos on that in the future. But it is a catalyst card, and change is going to come, and it's not going to necessarily be a great change, a good change. Big things are going to happen. I think this could be the consequences that we are talking about. There could be consequences, so you need to look out for yourself. The pig there is a slow down. Come on, let's have a little rest and actually consider things. It's okay for you to be forgiven if you need to be. Nobody's going to think less of you if you forgive. Nobody's going to, make you feel bad or guilt trip you or mock you for basically being the bigger person, and just just be forgiving and forgive, even though you don't get an apology for it. Even if you haven't got an apology for what's going on or what's happened, maybe you should forgive it in the absence of an apology. Maybe you don't need an apology. Maybe you don't need recognition on what they've done or accountability. Or maybe you need to take accountability of the things that you've allowed and the things that have come into your life and have actually, caused problems and issues and created these challenges and hurdles in the first place. Whom was it that allowed them into your space? You are the designer of your own destiny. You are the chooser of your own decisions. You are the one that is making this path, ploughing the way, and tackling the wild frontier of which you have chosen to do. All these choices are yours. You made them. Maybe it is a case now of, suffering the consequences. But we'll find out, won't we, I suppose, as the week goes on. But that pig there is definitely one of slow down. The ox as well, slow down. It's time to have a bit of self-care now. A bit of relaxation. Maybe have a holiday. Because the consequences of your actions here could actually come and bite you in the arse in the future. You're already getting all your temper up in a whole sort of irate fluff, and making kind of threats and promises of how you're going to deal with things. Maybe you need to think of the consequences and maybe take a different approach. That's my advice to you, my tiger friends. It's time now for you to take a different approach. And we'll find out how you get on next week, won't we, when we come back and do another reading for you tiger people next Tuesday. We'll be back later on with a reading for all you guys born in the year of the rabbit. If I don't see you then, I'll see you next week when we come back for that year of the tiger once again. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.